like Bren's going to be going for it.
Yeah, and they have to trade some objectives elsewhere, but I feel like they won't be able to do that considering that the rotation on that gold lane is pretty slow, but they can still force that out.
Yeah, and because of the lineup for RSG here, where they have so much wave clear in the mid lane, that's why that first rotation invade worked so well for RSG. They cleared mid lane so fast, and Hylos had no problem clearing his wave, so Hylos, Kufra, Lilia, and the Link together were all just able to disrupt Saksa in the orange buff and take it away.
And Kenji had so much to threaten with. There's that passive, that DPS, second skill. He has a concussive blast. He has a sprint. So he can even threaten kills if he wanted to. Minute 0. But oh no, speaking of kills, we just caught the clip end of that. Kosei draws first blood, spends a flicker. Again, I assume it was a forward flicker, taking down Super Marco, but the answer back. Kosei falls just as quickly as Joy Boy hooks him in.
Yeah, that's a good play coming in from RSG and a great response coming in from Bren Esports. But I just gotta say that RSG, not only did they take the turtle, but they also denied the rotation coming in from Bren Esports that's supposed to be towards the favor of the gold lane of Bren. What they did instead was to stay there a little bit and gave Kosei a little bit of breathing room with that gank. So RSG, they got the best of both worlds from that sequence of plays.
Now I can't get that Miley Cyrus song out of my head. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Hannah Montana.
That's a different song.
No, it's you get the best of both worlds. And once again, Joy Boy. We're seeing him rocking the pants. Clock of Destiny being built there by Kenji. And 2 Molten Essences. One for Light, one for Kenji. There's a lot of DPS.
A full combo revenge and rage coming in, keeping Saksha down. Kosei gets his man, a pull in by Joy Boy as Super Marco throws out those light wheels. An immediate trade one more time against that marksman, but they're not done with Joy Boy. Tempest of Blades by Demon Kai taking down the Ruby, and Super Marco flickering on out. He survives. Here comes Flap to the rescue. Can he get one? There's the Demonic Force. Kenji laying down the glorious pathway. Aqua's still alive. They're still continuing, and they retreat.
You can never escape that combo coming in from RSG. The moment you're in that glorious pathway in Ring of Order, you can't escape that. You have the stacking slow, plus the stun coming in from Law & Order. And at that point, Bren Esports already lost that trade. But right now, they're trying to get this turtle. It's already low. And Kenji, look at the pressure that he's putting with his Hylos pick.
1v3 in 5 minutes. He's pushing back 3 members, and that's no retribution for Bren Esports. Second turtle going over the Demon Kite.
The damage coming in from that Molten Essence alone with the Ring of Order is just insane on this Hylos. I knew Hylos was going to be a meta pick during this time. And the sprint would allow him to have better positioning as well.
Not just Hylos, but Molten Essence, Cursed Helm is making a huge showing.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see whether or not this double tank lineup could be the new meta for Season 9, considering the new patch coming in.
Yeah, and this is for a tank that was quote-unquote nerfed in the early game. Well, with Sprint, doesn't feel like it, because the movement speed doesn't go away. You thought you could get away from a high loss? No, it will chase you.
Light gets pulled in by Joy Boy, spending the I'm offended. Huge rotation in bottom lane by Bren Esports to stop Kosei from threatening that tier 1 take. But look where Kenji is. Look where Aqua is. Are they going to catch him from the back line? Are they going to force it? They're setting up for this Lord about a minute away. This whole time, Demon Guy was split pushing. Joy Boy spots one. Kenji and Aqua pushing them back.
Oh no.
Look at this. It's a 2v4. And they're afraid. Bren Esports backing away. That's what this 2.5k gold lead looks like. And Kosei eventually gets the push anyways.
Bren Esports couldn't even force that 2v5 to happen. In RSG, while everything was happening, they were taking objectives both at the top side and the bottom side of the map.
And Joy Boy, that was his death bush, but he gets caught out in it. The answer back by Flap and Few. Demonic Force. There's a Tempest of Blades. Flap is still alive, but only for how long? Glorious Pathway set in. They pop the Phobius. Oh, as he jumps in, Kosei gets the kill. Light here catches an umbrella. Oh, the Renner threatening Super Marco. Bren Esports disengages.
Man, look at the work done by Kenji and Light. They zone out so many members and divided that fight perfectly for RSG. That RSG, all they had to do was to make sure that damage landed. Bren Esports at that fight had 2 fronts and they didn't know what to do.
Bren Esports needs way more items at this point. The enemy front line on RSG, as you mentioned, Womi, Light, and Kenji, just way too tanky right now for Bren Esports to handle. They were able to land their abilities, although that carry was zoned out, but there's not a lot of room for carry to maneuver. Dare I say, it looks like RSG just won the draft again.
It doesn't even seem so obvious, but when they do execute, that's where it makes the big difference.
Yeah.
The two tanks and having that Beatrix and just the, I don't know, utility, the diversity of one Lilia off camera. That's going to be the turtle taken by Demon Kite, 100% turtle take rate. Kosei pushes again in mid. Few looking low. Tempest of Blades up by Demon Kite in the back line.
Wow,
the
Demon
Lancelot
Kite,
cleans house. Saksha taking down Aqua, but Demon Kite walks away. Can Flap finish the job? No, no.
Here comes
There's
the
another
top
fight
lane
up top. Light down! Nothing puts the revenge into that jump, resulting Joy Boy's death. Run, Super Marco, run! But Kosei gets a 2K. Ladies and gentlemen, RSG have come to play.
Look at the work done by Light and Kosei. The force was definitely felt coming in from that fight, and now a 1v1, your Demon Kite feeling confident. Now you got back off.
Just insane plays after insane plays. At first in the mid lane, Demon Kite's crazy micro decisions to get away from all of this. And then we're gonna go topside here where Light is the light to guide the way. 3-man, or actually make it 2-man. Sasso was able to avoid it, but that was enough for Light. Double knockout,
here it
get
comes.
the ultimate, and then the snipe. Although that was a basic attack, if I'm not
That was
mistaken,
a basic
right?
attack.
That was still the basic attack.
But still hard to land.
Yeah, so really hard to land. What a play there. What a sequence all throughout the map by RSG.
Man, the Kosei Light connection, you cannot deny the bond that these two have.
Yeah, definitely. And you could feel it in the game. And right now, in this game, we have a 5K gold lead on the side of RSG. And this is enough of a gold lead for them to just pressure Bren Esports the same way that they did in game number 1. And look at Kenji on this high loss pick, zoning out 2 to 3 people at once. I already feel like this Lord, this upcoming Lord, the first Lord of the game, is already going to the hands of RSG. If Kenji alone, with Light even, could just zone out the entirety of Bren Esports.
And they can. What's the term we use? They can just body Bren Esports at this point.
Oh, Glorious Pathway set in, but it's just enough time for them to buy so that Light can catch the back line. Flap here caught by a bouncing ball. Bren turns tail. Not a fight that they can afford to take, as top lane is mauled by a minion wave.
Yeah, Bren Esports right now, the win condition for them is to make sure that they get the Ling and deny objectives. But it's going to be extremely hard to ignore Light and Kenji.
Yeah.
And at this point, the tanks even deal damage. So if you ignore Light and Kenji, that's going to be your death as well.
Yeah, Bren Esports might just look to just getting the turtle, or not the turtle, the Lord. Just steal it away somehow. But so much zoning provided by these two frontliners for RSG. I don't think there's a lot Bren Esports could do here. They can really just try to go for a big heist.
Yep, big heist or even a big play with the Ruby. If ever they do get like 3 members and an immediate burst down coming in from Saksha and potentially Few, that could change the game. And Bren Esports, though, the execution, the level of execution in that play alone is just extremely high.
Yep, it's a huge ask. You're demanding that Bren answer several questions or threats at the same time, and here's one that just went underneath their noses as they rotated down to answer back what the high loss was doing. Kenji with the Glorious Pathway setting up a big fight against Bren Esports. RSG crashing down into this purple buff, but there's a lot of damage. RSG have to respect what Bren is presenting.
Yeah, Kenji, that was a 5v1, and he survived. He stalled 5 members on that purple buff while everybody in the side of RSG was taking down that Lord. And now Bren Esports capitalizing the fact that there are a few people in the mid lane could have pushed that down, but still, they lost some turrets. They can't win fights. Bren Esports, what do they do next?
Demon Kite now has the Berserker's Fury. You can see the damage. Actually, not sure if you guys saw that. Flap was brought from 100% to around 30% health by Demon Kite alone there in the bottom lane. That is a Ling with a Berserker's Fury. Again, a Ling that now gets double the effect from crit items.
Oh, Light catch and Flap there. Close call, but not a fight that they want to take just yet. I think inhibitor mid, the shield has been popped. Inhibitor bottom, same story. So now Lord is bringing up this wave so that they can take the shield from that too, leaving Bren vulnerable to one huge push.
Yeah, and they have 3 minion waves crashing down their base. This could be a great push coming in for them, but look at Kenji just making a big line through that top lane inhibitor turret, and that's a freebie for RSG.
I didn't expect that one big push to happen immediately.
Yeah.
Not so fast, not like that.
I mean, it's 12 minutes. They're trying to beat the record that they set in game number 1. But RSG, they're going to take it slow this time around, steal away the objectives of Bren Esports, and now Bren is trapped inside their own base, and I would call it the Quarantine Titans.
Yeah, it looked so good what Kenji did there earlier, by the way. It was like a streak of butter on a piece of bread. Just glorious pathway. Just
Slathered.
split you off.
Just slathered inside Bren's
Sounds
base.
tasty.
Flap gets caught again by a Tyrant's Rage, and Flap just walks away. I need to heal, man. Light means business. We can't take this fight. Not yet. No, no, no.
Oh, man. This is a 10,000 gold lead against Bren Esports, who just won against Echo Philippines last week. RSG.
Where does Super Marco find farm?
Yeah, and this is a carry. Though we're seal play, though. There's something brewing.
Glorious pathway set in. Joy Boy in the middle of no man's land.
no.
Nobody home for the I'm offended. Flap gonna go down here. He's getting away. He walks away with a shield. Demon Guy can finish him off. A close call for Bren. Few walks away. Tempest of Blades out. Ooh, push and pull.
Miraculous escape from Bren Esports. If they died in that fight, that could have been a surely free Lord for side of RSG, and that could have been a few more turrets for the side of RSG. But with Flap surviving that fight, they stand a real chance to contest this Lord.
Man, oh man, RSG. Let's see if they're gonna trip up here. It will take them tripping up for Bren to turn this game around, or potentially Joy Boy getting a big setup. Let's see if Bren Esports will have enough items here. I'm looking at Few, doesn't have enough magic penetration just yet.
No dice on the Lord. Bren Esports cannot contest. There's the glorious pathway. Flap
Oh my God.
Tempest of Blades knocking nobody up. Joy Boy here still looking for a maybe good ult. Nobody home. Bren Esports at least does not give any back to RSG, but Lord is going to be marching down top lane.
Flap literally melted in front of Demon Kite, and Flap is the second most tankiest member of Bren Esports. So now you gotta respect the damage coming in from Demon Kite, because this is a fully farmed Ling. An 11k Noah, 12k gold lead. Now they're pushing down the base.
Mid lane. The only bastion left for Bren Esports. Light comes in! And the turret goes down! A Revenge and Rage combo. There goes the ult from the high loss. Laying down where Bren may fall. Immortality pop. But Lord is slowly swinging away and getting the game over for RSG. A quick sweep. Raiders rejoice.